Good morning. Silver Blue coming to you from inside of the studios at Silver Blue's Retrocade. It is Sunday, May 4th, 2025, and as they're saying all over the internet today, may the 4th be with you. Now that we've gotten the obligatory Star Wars joke out of the way, I would like to let you know what's going on here at the Retrocade. As you can see from the video over my shoulder, I have been working on the wiring and the lighting and the audio and the video and everything else here in the studio, and I think that things are a lot better this time than they were this time last week. At least I am not as grainy, and I should not sound like I'm talking into a tin can. Now, Retrocade-wise, as you may have seen in this morning's quick play, I am doing a deeper dive into some of the Asian releases for MAME in the arcade. Some are properly emulated, some are not. This morning's was not properly emulated yet. However, it was still fun to play, and even though the graphics are not 100% and the gameplay was kind of sketchy at times, I think that it was worthwhile to put it in as a quick play, and I hope that you all feel the same way. Some of these more obscure games are, at least in my mind, it's a new way of looking at what the creative minds at the various companies were thinking in the 80s and 90s. I plan on doing further deep dives into not just the Atari platforms, but the Odyssey 2, Intellivision, ColecoVision, and probably the Nintendo NES platforms, their regular catalogs, and then if I've got any homebrews, I would like to see what people were able to do with that. I do know that with the Atari 2600 and the 7800, some of the homebrews just are amazing compared to what was released during its heyday. So that's something that hopefully you'll look forward to, and we'll take that journey together. Spent most of yesterday doing paperwork, or actually computer work, learning the OBS operating system. It's not an operating system, it's a program, because that's what I'm going to be using for the live stream. And also having to learn some of DaVinci Resolve, and there's a few other programs that I'm having to learn. And what I'm eventually going to do is I'm eventually probably going to break away from using Adobe, at least as much as I was, because Adobe seems to be lacking in innovation these days. They're happy to just rest on their laurels, thinking that everyone only wants AI instead of creativity. And their prices continue to increase, pardon me. So I have to decide where my resources are better spent, whether it's in remaining with the Adobe platform that I am familiar with, or feeling the pinch of time and resources and going and learning a new program, which is either at a more reasonable cost or free. So right now everyone has been speaking highly of DaVinci Resolve, so I'm going to give it a try. OBS, I'm learning the plugins. I've learned how to create a stinger, which you will be seeing whenever we do the live stream. Speaking of the live stream, that will be the first live stream that I've ever done, and it will be on this channel, even though technically it should have gone over on the youtube.com/@thesilverbluemusic channel, because it is the debut of Falling In, Falling Out, the album. All 22 tracks with lyric videos, etc. I will be live, not just in chat, but in live stream as well. So that will happen at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. I hope to see some, most, or all of you there, at least for some portion of the live stream. That way you can see a little better on what I've been yapping about, music-wise, before I decided to open its own separate channel. Speaking of that channel, if you would like to go over to either youtube.com/@thesilverbluemusic or youtube.com/@thesilverblue and like and subscribe those channels. Those are my other two channels. One is devoted purely to music. This one will, once the album is debuted, will go mostly to Retrocade. There will still be some of my other endeavors in it, but that's where I plan on segmenting out, so that if you're only here for the arcade stuff, you don't get bogged down with the music, and if you're only here for the music, you don't get bogged down with the arcade stuff, and if you're here for all of it, well, hey, I love you for that. So it's a rainy day here at the Retrocade. I plan on staying indoors, learning more on the hardware stuff, and taking it from there. So remember, you are vital. Someone somewhere takes solace or finds inspiration in the fact that you merely exist. Remain calm through chaos. Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans. Finally, be kind to yourself. Because if you can't be kind to yourself, how can you be kind to anyone else? Now, whether you go out or stay in, try to do something good for yourself today and every day. Remember, happiness starts with you. Silver Blue, over and out.